Hey guys, this is Cody Jones with Jangus Genetics LLC. Wanted to talk to you today about a portable water system that I've found that works fairly well. I looked through a lot of them, looked at a lot of different ideas, and wanted something that was cheap, portable, and repurposable. So basically what I did, I've got a couple of ponds on this rental farm. We've got one good tank, and my options were the permanent options were to run a line off the main tank or push a pipe through the pond, which eventually I would like to do to give me some more options, you know, especially if I get a longer term lease or something like that. But what I ended up doing, and I'll show you this, is I went and I got a couple of decent sized water tanks. Eventually I'd like to get a big water tank on wheels or a trailer or something to feed my regular water troughs, I guess we'll call those, that the cattle actually drink out of, and that would keep me from having to come back every day. But I'm checking the cows every day. If you got a big enough water storage system, you can do it every other day or every 2 or 3 days or whatever works for you. But right now I've got a system that I'll check it every day, and if it gets really hot and I put a lot of cows here, I'd have to water them twice a day. But again, storage systems and stuff like that would mitigate that, and we'll get there eventually. But I haven't put all my cows together yet, so this is working pretty good, and I'll show you what I got. So this is my water pump, and just got this one at Tractor Supply. They didn't have the size I wanted at Harbor Freight, but I think either one would be fine. It's I think it's 4,000 gallons an hour or 7,000 gallons an hour. Let me see. It's a 208 cc CMXX LCT is the engine on it. It's a gasoline powered trash pump is just what it is. And I'm trying to remember. Here we go. Yep, they put a red line sticker on it, is how they market it. Just put gas and oil in it. There it is. It's a semi-trash pump. There's the model number. Gallons per minute is 150. So it works pretty good. I can fill a 700 gallon water tank and a 150 gallon water tank in about 15 minutes. You know, so coming out, check the cows, top the water off. They haven't been drinking all that yet. There's probably pretty close to 40, we'll call it 50,000 pounds of cow here. That's what I do most of my math on my grazing and my water systems, is how many pounds of beef, or I use animal units a lot too. My standard animal unit is 1,000 pounds. I use that for sheep and cattle, and that kind of helps me do the math. A mature cow that's milking will drink up to 30 gallons a day or more in the heat of the summer. And so, like I said, I may have to start filling this thing, you know, or at least checking it every couple times a day, but we're not there yet. I'd like to get a tank on wheels that would hold, you know, 1,000 to 3,000 gallons, and then just feed a float off of it. Because when you drain it, it's not a real big deal. If I was going to do that, I would get 2 of the 150 or 2 of the 350 gallons are a lot more manageable. This big one is a 700 gallon, and it's kind of a booger to manage by yourself. If I built some skids for it, or built something to put underneath it to drag it around, that would sure help. Right now I'm just I've been throwing it on the trailer. Even on the front end of the tractor, it really needs, and I dump them, I drain them before I'll drain them with this, or I've got a little pump that I use to drain them. And it's really too long for the forks on the tractor. Pallet forks would work a little better, and I could put some pipe on it to extend it out, and that'd be fine. But I don't like driving the tractor 20 minutes over here just to move a water tank. So again, those the 350 gallon, even a little bit big for one person to move, you get it done. But these Rubbermaid totes, the plastic ones or poly or whatever they are, they have a lifetime guarantee on them, so I kind of like those. But if I had a 3,000 gallon tank, for sure I would I would just get 1 or 2 of those 150-gallon tanks, put floats on them, and that would solve all my problems. Then I drain them before I moved them, so there's not a lot of weight. You know, you could pull that with maybe a four-wheeler, or for sure a side-by-side or a little truck, no problem, especially once they're drained. But anyway, this is, so you buy the pump, and then I bought a kit, a hose kit. It's got this, this side goes out into the pond, and this side is 25 foot. I got another extension to go on it. There's another pond back over there, and I want to be able to put the tank out a little ways away so that they try not to swim in it. This one's got a barbed wire perimeter, but that one back there doesn't, so I'll use one poly wire and keep it good and hot, keep them out of it. But I want them to be I don't know, 50 or 60 feet off the pond so they don't smell it, because if they smell it, they'll want to be in it. So I've actually got this one. I learned that this green line, you can't put it too far out. This is pushing it. It's probably, I don't know, 15 feet from the water. It'd be better if I could have it a little closer. And if I was gonna do it, I probably ought to be trying to float that line up off the ground a little bit. It does get a little bit dirty, but that settles in the tank so the cows aren't drinking it, as long as you keep it full. I did have to put plumber's tape around the fittings. So you got 2 fittings that come with it, and you screw those on, put plumber's tape on it to get it to prime. It took me, I worked on it for 3 hours before I figured that out. Put the plumber's tape on, sealed it good, and it fired right up, and it works awesome after that. But you buy this thing, it's not too heavy. You can get smaller ones too if you're worried about weight, and you just get 2 of them if you needed to water a bunch of cattle, or, you know, it's pretty adaptable system. You just got to figure out what you need, what your needs are. But anyway, these just fit on here. Fill it with oil, fill it with gas, and it fires right up. Like I said, use a little plumber's tape, and then I put pliers on it. That's why I got this just electrical tape on here to keep from marring up the fittings. I was scared I was gonna have to take it back if I couldn't get it to prime, but I got the 2-year warranty on it, and I haven't had to use it. But it says it pretty well covers all parts and service on it, so you could build you a little deal to cover it up or whatever if you're going to leave it out here and you're worried about it. But I have good winter water up there at the front on a it's a Ritchie water tank, and so in the winter time I probably won't use this much, if at all. I'll probably just drain it and put it in my garage, you know, unless I had a main line go down, which is another thing I love about this. If you have a main line go down, you know, you've got this thing to go, and it'll pump pretty quick. You just need a tank for emergency water if you've got a pond around or anything like that. Works good. So that's that adaptability again. If I get to where, you know, I have all my permanent water systems put up, I'll be able to use it for, you know, for anything else than I need to do. If I really had to, I could pick this one up. I could take it over. I could roll it the whole system up, leave the tank, and take it over to my house and water cattle over there, 30 minutes away. You know, it's heavy, it's portable, or it's not too heavy, it's portable. Just roll the hoses up. Takes, you know, 5 minutes. Throw it in the back of the truck and roll on. So I looked at all the solar systems and all that other stuff, and it just looked like a lot of maintenance. And I just wanted something that was simple, easy, portable, and reusable, repurposable. So this is what I came up with, guys. I hope this helps if you're looking for a cheap portable water system. I think the pump was less than $500. You know, you get you a tank for, I got these at Tractor Supply. No, sorry, I got the little one at Tractor Supply. The big one came from Orscheln's, but they're pretty well the same. I think they're probably made by the same company. I just remember I got the Rubbermaids at Tractor Supply because the manager told me if you ever have an issue, bring them back, we'll replace them. So I don't know if that's, you know, I'm not guaranteeing that that's going to work for you, but you can certainly ask. I know that she said it's the same guarantee on the Tupperware that you buy at Walmart. So that's what she told me. But I haven't had to use the warranty on them. They're pretty tough. So something to think about. You know, might ask before you buy them. But if you weren't doing a whole lot of cattle, or, you know, a 300-gallon tank would would go a while. You could get a smaller pump. You could get a bigger pump with bigger tanks. Like I said, I want to get a big 3,000 gallon tank on a trailer that I can fill up once. You know, I think I could run 100 milking cows on that for a day, or what I've got now, it looks like 3 or 4 days would probably work really well. And if you had a tractor or something, you could pull it, but water weighs a lot. It's 8 pounds a gallon. So I don't believe that this system would work extraordinarily well unless you had a tractor that you were able to pull your big water tank full with. But it's, you know, something certainly doable if you needed to move tractors around. I've seen little I don't remember what they little plastic totes people put in the back of a pickup that's designated for this, and you could fill it up once a week, drive it out there, and put a float in a, you know, 50-gallon tank or whatever. So there's lots of ideas. This is just what I came up with. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope it helps.